Hey, welcome back to another episode of We Still Ain't Got Our Shit Together podcast. I am your host, John Wayne Willis Jr.
Most definitely. And I'm your host, KJ. You can always call me Corey, too.
Hey, one thing we forgot. I know we're on live, but can you give them to it one more time? When I say We Still Ain't Got Our Shit Together podcast, you should say what right after?
You know, the man cave mindset all day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Today's podcast is going to be all about March Madness, baby.
Yes, sir. Who's coming up? We're trying to see it all.
It is interesting. We got some tea to talk about throughout the March Madness process, and we kind of waited for a while. There's a lot that has gone down through this month with the NCAA and March Madness on both men and women's side. I will say that the two teams that I thought were going to win will most likely be in the battle for the championship game. With that being said, Corey, go ahead and tell me, who did you think was going to win this year, or do you know who's even in the Final Four yet?
To be honestly, I don't know who's in the Final Four right now. Who is it?
Let me go ahead and put it out for you. We got UCLA that came in at the 11th seed versus Gonzaga, which is a 1 seed, and then we got Houston as a 2 seed versus Baylor as a 1 seed.
Oh, damn.
So, I mean, that's going to be a good Final Four for the guys. And on the women's side, we're looking at Arizona versus Connecticut, and then South Carolina versus Stanford. Now, with all that to being said, we had a couple of firsts this year dealing with the March Madness. And first of all, one of the first was we had 2 HBCUs win a game.
That's lit right there. That's lit.
On the men's side. I mean, especially, a lot about having those conversations with everyone talking about if our black players should be headed back to HBCUs versus PWIs and that whole concept, right? So I thought that was huge. Now, they didn't go deep into the tournament, but, they got a couple good wins. I mean, what do you think about that as a concept, especially with HBCU colleges versus PWIs and our athletes? What does that, do you think that this will bring more players that are more high-level players making decisions to head to HBCUs?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it'd give a lot of other kids different opportunities to where they be like, you know what, instead of me going Yale or instead of going to some of these other places, they'll go to HBCU and be like, you know what, I know that I can still go to the league or have a chance of going to the league, still going to HBCU. I think that's big. What's up?
I think it's so interesting how you just put that in perspective. I think for me, I never really thought about this, but it's like HBCUs are like the bottom usually is what they're considered of the barrel. Like, and you named Yale, and I was thinking like Yale, like I'm not going to choose Yale for basketball, but you have black dudes choose Yale over like Howard or Hampton to go hoop. And I was just thinking about like when we think about mid-major, like even if PWIs are number one, if it wasn't a Power 5 conference, I think that HBCU should have been right under the Power 5 conference. For some reason in my head, that would have been the hierarchy. And then you got all your regular conference, your ODACs and all that other stuff like that coming down the line. But man.
But you got to think about this too. Like people do it for the name. Like let's say, I don't make it to the NFL or the NBA, but shit, I still went to Yale. It's like the name behind them make them feel a certain type of way.
Howard is a massive name, and so is Hampton.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, HBCU wise, yeah. I mean, it's definitely not, Yale, Penn, Columbia, Brown, nothing like that. But of course, those are PWIs yet again, predominantly white institutions. But I mean, I thought that was super interesting. Let me go ahead and go back and let's talk about the teams that actually got that W. So we had one team from the SWAC and then another team from the MEAC, which are the two major black conferences to get a win, which of course was Texas Southern. And then we had Norfolk State both get a win to make this happen, which to me was super dope. Norfolk, a 1-point win over Appalachian State, and then Texas Southern with a 8-point win over Mount St. Mary. And that was big because usually we always got our guys, we get there but we don't really make it over the hump.
Absolutely.
I think the other thing that was interesting this year on the men's side was that you had a couple of glaring names missing.
Like who? Tell us.
Duke.
Yeah.
Duke.
Yeah.
North Carolina. Like, you know what I mean? And then you had like super teams that were like on the bubble. Like you look at UCLA's, even though they're in the Final Four right now, bubble team. You look at a couple of these teams that were really just teetering on the bubble, just not having a great year. I mean, especially going to this year due to COVID, it was definitely a wild schedule. Games getting canceled with somebody test positive on the team, bubbling the whole year, not being able to go home for breaks and see your family.
Well, I do got a question for you though. So, do you think it's because a lot of these superstars went to the league, so now that a lot of these other colleges got to build themselves back, will build their players back up to where they need to be? Same thing where like, what you think?
I don't think necessarily because superstars go to the league. Every year there's going to be stars in college, right?
Absolutely.
And every year there's going to be a rotation. You're going to have stars going out, stars coming in. It doesn't necessarily mean that everybody's going to be on the exact same level, right?
Mm-hmm.
We definitely didn't have like a Zion type of,
person,
draw this year. So I mean, but then again, you only have a Zion draw every blue moon, right? That's not even actually like, that's not all the time. Like the draw that Zion got would have been if LeBron had decided to go to Ohio State, you know what I mean, and play ball. That would have been that type of draw.
Well, we can't compare that because you got to think about it. LeBron had his buzz was bigger than Zion's technically.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
From high school, his buzz was way bigger than Zion. Zion really caught his buzz in college.
Nah, Zion had his buzz at high school. Like Zion was like he was the YouTube god of high school.
Absolutely. But you got to think about this: if you want to use LeBron was a high school god. Like think about like.
Oh nah, I mean, I think to me LeBron was the first of the frenzy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not taking anything away from LeBron, but I mean, you didn't have like Ball is Life like that back then, Hoop mixtape like that back then. What Zion was able to receive, LeBron didn't have. Now, I think of what the media circus that we have today, if LeBron was in high school now, would be, way bigger than Zion's. But because of where he was and the impact that Zion had with the reach that he had, it was definitely, a bigger concept with that though.
Okay.
So I think I'm definitely ready to jump into some tea though.
What's up, bro? What's up?
What's going on? With the tea that I'm about to jump into, let's go ahead and let's talk a little bit about the NCAA itself, right?
So whole kettle. Come on. Let me
so we all know that, the NCAA, is over the student athletes of its, National College Athletic Association, which stands for the NCAA, where, we are now about to be able to get paid come next season for their likenesses and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But the disparity, the atrocity, the egregiousness that the NCAA pulled early on, dealing with guys and the women, and this has everything to do with student athletes, right? Like you are the head of the student athlete organization, which we call college sports or Division I college sports, right? And the big thing has always been that they're not professionals, right? But if they're not professionals, when they're in school, they share the same amenities, right? Absolutely. So if you're going to Ohio State, do you think that you don't get to get into the practice gym because you're a guy? If it's a girls' practice gym, nah, everybody goes to the same gym, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so when they set up the weight rooms for the males and they set up the weight rooms for the females, it was drastically different. Like the men's weight room looked like an Olympic size gym, and every weight you could think of was in there, all color coded, all kind of like 100 benches, 100 rack sets, 100 squat machines, 100 leg press. Like everything was just set up. Like it was amazing.
They catered to basically they catered to the men.
So they catered to the men, and then when you looked at the women's, they posted a picture. They had like a dumbbell rack and some yoga mats, bro. And I think like a couple of like exercise balls.
Oh damn!
I was like, what? It was like they was actually in the hotel weight room.
Damn.
It made no sense. Huh?
Like, what would you call that?
Sexism.
Most definitely.
Okay. Well, okay. What I would really call it is catering to your money getter. I think that's what it comes down to. The NCAA isn't, really about student athletes. It's about its $1 billion organization.
Okay.
And the men are always, or not, let me not say always. The men right now are the king of what they bring in, right? So that big TV contract on CBS, TBS, and TNT, that's big money for that. But the women play on ESPN, where every college game is shown.
That's why I say if you have these college students playing on these television TV shows, getting these coaches millions of dollars, getting these schools millions of dollars, I personally feel they should be getting paid something.
Something. And that should be rectified, going into the next year a little bit. And it's not as if some of them don't get stipends, but they definitely don't get paid their just due. But you should be able to get paid off of your likeness. I think that's going to be an awesome thing. Like I saw the kid the other night after winning. He's running around with his GoPro in his head, right? And all I can think about, oh, my man is vlogging this whole experience. If this was on YouTube right now, vlogging firsthand experience with the Gonzaga run, because what people don't realize, Gonzaga is actually 30-0 right now. That's huge. And another big thing we had to talk about here, Gonzaga's 30-0. 30-0. I know a lot of people can be like, they play in the West Coast Conference. That's super weak. But dude, they are blowing people out. Like, it's not like I'm winning by like that March Madness buzzer beater or anything like that. Like, they're really blowing people out. So I thought that was like super interesting. They might be the best team Gonzaga has put together since Mark Few has been there. I like Suggs and Tyne. They ballers.
Okay.
Yeah, so with that being said, I just thought that was super interesting. Especially dealing with the weight room stuff, because that was like a really big deal online. Because I mean, how could you? I don't see how they were able to drop the ball on that. Honestly, I mean, it wasn't a mistake. They meant to do that. It just got called out. They just got called out. They just got called out. We're not putting no money into the women versus we are into the men. Like, it was crazy. You had like Academy Sports and a couple other big people were like, yo, shoot the address. I would donate every single weight we got from Academy Sport right now for the women to work out during the tournament. And I was like, yo, that made no sense. I mean, especially for me having a daughter who loves basketball. Like, if I'd have saw that, I'd have been hot.
Same thing with my sister. She played basketball too. Yeah. So it's like, my thing is, what they're trying to do budget cuts. Like, all right, we're going to cut here. And
you can't do that. Dude, this is the national tournament to crown your champion. There is nothing about budget cuts at this point right now. That's not what we're going through. It's not, oh, yeah, like budget cuts. We're going to give Corey and the guys over there everything known to man. But these ladies over here, we're going to cut budget right there. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, there's no way that happens, especially in today's social media era. Like somebody had to got fired. Somebody was a scapegoat. I wish I knew who it was, but somebody definitely was a scapegoat in this situation. And that is sickening to see, in 2021 that the NCAA still has that that standard.
Sexist
Uh,
mentality.
yeah, man. But it's been interesting to see a lot of teams go down this year, man. Uh, Shoot, I mean, Michigan's out now. Florida State is gone, of course. Your regulars. I couldn't believe Alabama lost. I was really rooting for them at number 2. Georgetown loses every year. That's a quick loss.
Get a man and
and
out. Man and out.
and that's the worst part because I'm actually a Hoya fan, man. I'm actually a Hoya fan, and we can't buy a bucket to win at all. I mean, Drake is big. Drake just won a game after like 40 years or something this year, so that was huge for the guys. But I think for on the women's side, the women's actually look more regular in the sense of the teams going into the tournament. Nothing special. Like this year, we had a couple guys like Oral Roberts. We had ACU. I can't remember the first name of that team, but I think they're like white and purple. And I was like, oh, they got a game. Like, oh, this team out here balling, right? So, I mean, for the men's side, what I recognized was that not given the amount of time that most power conferences get to get started, a lot of these kids are either equal or this talent is now spreading out.
But you know what? I did want to touch on that women's thing again because I was talking to a couple of people and like even with the game system, a lot of women they do play 2K. And once they play 2K, you see how everybody they go regular to my career, create their person, but they have to create a dude. You have to go to a whole different section on there to create a female character, and you don't get to play with anybody else in the server. You only get to play with somebody who made a female character, which is crazy. You got and like basically they have everything separated so much to where it's even down towards the game system. And I was talking to my little sister about that one too. She was like, it's not fair how they put so much emphasis on the fellas and then just separate it.
Yeah, I'm about to sound like the worst person in history. I get that it's not. I get that it's not fair, but male sports have been big inside of the arena for a long time, right? You're talking about $1 billion teams, $1 billion brands inside of male sports. So when we look at 2K, your brands are the Steph Currys, your brands are the LeBrons, your brands are the Zions, your brands are the Dame Lillards. Your brands are the Steph Curry. I don't know if I said him. These are your brands: KD's, Kyrie's, James Harden. But I bet you can't name more than 3 women in WNBA players right now that are a brand, Corey.
No, but I can tell you why. I can tell you why though. I can tell you, I don't know if it's bad promotion or they're just not getting traffic. Somebody's dropping the ball somewhere, but they don't give the same amount of attention and effort to women like they do men. So you can't.
I agree.
That when it's like they put 1,000% of effort when it comes to the men athlete, but only give them 20% when it comes to the women. So you can't really put that in a comparison.
It is not fair. I think women's basketball is wonderful. I love the way they play. I love the way they move the ball. I love their intensity that they play with. But the WNBA is a new league comparative. Like, you see what I'm saying? College sports for women haven't been as large due to men based on what people felt was excitement level. And that gap is now closing, right? And our women are now beginning to demand what they deserve. I mean, especially being in the era that we are now with the ability to stream, to have social media, the ability to do all these different things, except, when you think about 98 or 99, the WNBA wasn't, it was around, but outside of Lisa Leslie, who did you know about? And probably, what's her name? I can't think of it. The girl for the comments. I can't think of her name right now. It's kind of skipping my head. Guard for the comments. She was a beast.
Tall. Tall.
Nah, I mean you had Cooper. She had her own kicks. She had her own shoes with Nike.
I know
Like you've
Cooper.
had you've had a few people throughout the time frame really create a buzz for women's basketball, right? But from a standpoint of a business, they never saw it being lucrative, which is, of course, absurd to me in the sense that you have so many women on this planet that play the sport. Why wouldn't it be lucrative?
Yeah, some women who play better than men, a lot better than some of these NBA players.
No, don't.
Bro, I would take a lineup with women. You could take a lineup with men, and we could put them out there. I'm telling you, they'll give them a run for their money.
I told you, women gonna think I look crazy. I just don't think so. I just don't think so.
I do, bro. The same. You gotta think about it. The same type of aggression the man to make. Them ladies will do it too.
I feel it.
Boom on Dwight Howard glass.
Who?
What's that? I think her name is
Who?
I think her name Carmen or is. Oh my god! She's.
You talking about the tall girl, light skin?
Tall girl.
The white will eat her alive, bro. Don't do that.
I feel like she would give him a run for his money,
bro. No. Okay, look. It is science. It is science. I am not doubting that women can hoop, but Dwight is like 235 pounds of muscle, and he can jump above the rim. Like, we're not going there. It's not even close to the concept, Corey.
Man, all right.
Come on, bro. It's not even.
Wait till we get offline. I got some words. I want us to both be canceled.
I want us to be canceled. You got to tell the truth. I'm not saying. Look, you gonna choose one of the most opposing players in the league versus one of the tallest women in the league, who's not even 7 foot. No, she might be 7. She might be a footer. I can't remember. She might be a footer. She might be really close. She might be like 6'10", 6'11". Might be up there. Mm-hmm. She close though, but nah. Dwight.
He ain't got him in him no more, bro. He ain't got him in him no more.
Oh, come on, man.
AD carried him.
You're talking about another guy, bro.
Understood, but I'm just saying when we watched him play on the Lakers, AD carried him.
No, Dwight played his role on the Lakers. Dwight played his role. His role was to come in, be an enforcer, to give some quick fouls, rebound, and outlet. That was his role. Play defense.
And all he did was kept the seat warm for when the real players got off the court.
Jesus, you all it. Okay. Let's get back to college basketball. Let's get back to college basketball. So let's go ahead and give some picks, some predictions for the Final Four. Who do you got winning on the guy's side so far? Let me get back and I'll tell you who's in it still. We got UCLA versus Gonzaga, and then we got Houston versus Baylor. I do want to say something that's really interesting. You have actual two West Coast teams, LA and Washington. Spokane is where Gonzaga is. And then you have 2 Texas teams. Like one state on the whole side is like, getting ready to go in. So you got Houston versus Baylor. And Baylor is a Texas school and Houston's a Texas school.
I think Houston and LA. It's gonna be Houston and LA.
You think it's gonna be Houston and UCLA? All right. I got it. You wanna make a friendly wager?
Yeah, we can do it off camera.
Oh man, come on! It's live right now. You can't back out of live, baby.
I ain't begging, but hey, look, we making gambling.
You said you got UCLA over Gonzaga, and then you got Houston over Baylor. You could be right.
Yeah. I mean,
Chick-fil-A breakfast.
Oh, say no more. All
right, because I got Baylor. I got Baylor and Gonzaga going into the finals.
Okay, so Chick-fil-A breakfast, and we have to take it to the person. The person can't come get it.
You can meet me. You can meet me at the Chick-fil-A if I lose, and I'll meet you at the Chick-fil-A if you lose. Like, what you mean? Trying to have somebody give you a full service, like like delivery. I ain't your butler.
Pick up and deliver.
I ain't your butler. Nah, we ain't going there.
Hold on, wait. We on live. Don't back out.
I'm not backing out. I said if I lose, I get you Chick-fil-A breakfast. I ain't say I was gonna pick it up, wrap it up, put a bow on it, and bring it to you.
And there we go, sit it right in my head. We're like, your majesty.
No. See, I mean, actually, I'm cool with making that bet because you gonna lose. So I got Gonzaga going, and I got Baylor going. So out of your two, who do you got winning? You have UCLA and Houston. Who you got winning it all? Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Shit. I really like UCLA.
Oh, for all of it?
I'm really going towards UCLA. But then it's something to say, nah, go Houston. Ooh.
I'm gonna tell you why I don't think either of those gonna win after you choose one.
Give me UCLA.
Hey, I mean they hot right now too. You know, after beating Oral Roberts in that double overtime in that overtime game, and then beating Michigan. That was a big win. That Michigan win. The old buddy who left Kentucky and went there got off. Boy, he got like 28 that game. Got off. But I just feel like Gonzaga is too much of a threat on both ends of the court.
Man, they're gonna grab that switch like Auntie used to do and get the tearing them up.
Lord, I can't wait for that Chick-fil-A breakfast tomorrow. Ooh, Friday, I'm about to have Chick-fil-A breakfast delivered, y'all.
Nah, he gonna be bringing it to me.
The Chick-fil-A breakfast will be delivered on Friday. But yeah, nah. I definitely got Gonzaga over UCLA. Gonzaga plays amazing defense. They're great on both ends of the court. I mean, yesterday, the way they got at the USC, which I don't really think particularly was a great team, but they kind of made it all the way through. But I mean, the way they blew them out without barely shooting threes in that first half, they was up 19 with like only hitting 2 threes. You don't see teams like that no more. That just attack the basket. Like you don't see teams like that no more.
But you think that they're going to have that same type of aggression when it comes down to UCLA?
Yes, they've been doing it all year. They are 30-0, 3-0-0. You went against the 30 3-0-0. Fit to get some Chick-fil-A. Now, let's go ahead and talk about Houston. Let's talk about Baylor. Houston and Baylor are going to be a super dope squad. I mean, super dope game. I mean, especially for the state of Texas, that's going to be huge. Houston has been waiting to get back this way since the five slammer jammers, you know, with Clyde Drexler and Hakeem with all them boys. But I mean, I like Houston. Houston locks up. I mean, and Baylor isn't playing like the team that they were all year. Like all year, they moved the ball well. They did everything, you know, really well. But throughout the tournament, like it's been a lot of like single one-on-one basketball played with Baylor versus that ball movement and that team play that got them where they were. So it's going to be really interesting to see. But you know, Baylor got some pretty dynamic guards. Butler, Mitchell. Light-skinned kid, I cannot think of his name right now to save my life. But Butler and Mitchell are really good, and that light-skinned kid that can shoot the ball really well. And they got another kid that comes off the bench, number 10. He lights it up from 3. Yeah, and their bigs play well. So, I mean, I think that Baylor's just going to have a little too much firepower for Houston. And I got Gonzaga ended up 31-1. I got Baylor winning it all. 31-1. I mean, they could go. Look, I might be wrong here. I mean, I don't even want to bet against Gonzaga for real. But, you know, 31-1 is going to be where I think that mark is going to be for them.
I think
that 31-1 is going to be real.
That's going to be the upset of March Madness. Them losing.
Well, no, they not. It's not really an upset. It's 2 number 1 seeds ending up in the finals. So, you know, to me,
you really think they're going to whoop UCLA?
I think it's possible for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely, it's possible, but I don't think that. I think UCLA got their number.
Yeah, that could definitely be true. Oh, my boy Warren said the Zags. He put it in the what you call it right there. He said the Zags. So that's gonna be dope. I wasn't Uh, let's see what's going on. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to put some of these post comments in info. No, that one wasn't working. All right, so I thought the comments were going to be able to show up, but for some reason they weren't. They're only allowing from YouTube, but only comment I saw was from Facebook right now. But yeah, but nah. So I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see though. It's gonna be interesting to see. Zag is hard to bet against, bro. Ooh, right now. Okay, I'm going Zags all the way. Actually, I think Baylor's going to f up. I'm going Zags all the way. I think my boy Warren is right. I'm going Zags all the way today.
I think they're gonna mess up, bro. They gonna mess up.
Yo, I mean that's the tough part. Like, if they really gonna have a perfect season in the COVID season? Now,
I ain't going for it.
The other question, is there an asterisk to this season, or do you think that this season means more due to everything they had to go through?
They might feel like it means more, but I don't think they got it all the way in them to finish it. Personally,
I mean, I think this season means more for sure. Honestly, on just the strength that, how do you position yourself to be able to go through quarantine, testing every other day, no swabs, like getting off the plane directly to your room, can't leave, like it's nothing, right? And to still come out and perform at a high level is insane. I mean, like, think about, I think Duke had like the number 1 or number 2 rated recruiting class this year, and begin the season, Duke wasn't going Duke's way. Coach K, like, I don't think we should be playing. But if they was winning, he'd be like, we should have been playing. But it's really interesting to see how like all this went with the shortened part of the beginning part of the season. Games canceled throughout the year. Like, I think you had to have 14 games played in total to be, even eligible for the tournament. And so that was super interesting in itself. I mean, like people talk about the NBA bubble was an asterisk. It's not an asterisk, bro. Anytime you got to go through adversity in itself outside of basketball just to play basketball, that's a plus for me. So, Gonzaga doing that in this type of environment, it just shows their toughness at that 30-1. And it's not even like they're just barely winning, because usually that's what Gonzaga used to do. It wasn't no blowouts come to like, against all these other teams. But now it's like, hey, the Zags is real.
I do like them. It's just
you got the hot team
right now, and since y'all at 30-0,
you talking about the other shoe got to drop. You talking about the other shoe got to drop.
He got to. I'm not going for it.
He said he can't believe in his Zags. Y'all said he can't believe in it.
Y'all got to make me a believer. This would be the first year that I say, you know what? I kiss my own butt. Dang.
Hey, look. This is gonna be the first year you gotta hand deliver me some Chick-fil-A. Once UCLA lose tomorrow,
they not losing, bro. They not losing.
Look, that show's gonna be funny. That just be funny. UCLA is definitely going down. Yo, enough about the men's, man. Let's go ahead and jump into the women's right quick. Yo, Paige for Connecticut is definitely must-see TV. She is a baller. Got a nice little game winner off the other day. First number 2 Baylor, to end up getting them versus Arizona in the Final Four. And then I like this matchup, number 1 versus number 1 with Stanford versus South Carolina. And I think for the women's side, I'm going Connecticut, South Carolina. Y'all heard me. Connecticut, South Carolina for the finals, y'all. Stanford's going down and Arizona's going down. Go ahead. Make your predictions for me, Corey.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm going the same route with you on this one. I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing on this.
Yeah, I got Connecticut and South Carolina, and I got South Carolina winning it all this year.
Well,
I just got a feeling.
Hold on now.
I know you going Connecticut.
Yeah, I kind of would have picked Connecticut over South Carolina this year. What
I
makes you want
get
to go with South Carolina?
it's it's the way they play, man. They lock up. I like defense. Defense wins chips. So it's gonna be a lot of intensity there, and they got scorers too. Like a team that, and that's why I had to go Zags. Like I had to think about Zags all the way this year. Baylor is always a disappointment at some time because unless Baylor's coming out to play that team ball, they might lose to Houston if Houston gets hot. They streaky. So I'm thinking about Stanford's a really good team, but I just think that overall South Carolina is going to overwhelm their guards, and if their guards aren't getting the ball down to the bigs, South Carolina gets that win. And then I think just on sheer power, Connecticut's going to go ahead and beat Arizona. And then I think South Carolina's coming through on that high. Like Connecticut expects to be there, but South Carolina's coming with a chip. So
that's where I feel like we catch our differences, because I truly feel like Connecticut is gonna have that chip. Like, I'm not letting y'all come through. We taking this one.
Yeah. It's going to be super duper interesting to see how it flows. I'm gonna be like, yo, how's this going? But it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be really interesting as we watch the series go through. I mean, yeah, I definitely got Connecticut versus South Carolina, and I got South Carolina hosting and hoisting that trophy this year. I think that's going to be super interesting. Oh shoot, look at you! You done got rid of the do-rag. You got the waves with the man button. Oh shit!
I just didn't have time to get it done. That's all.
he pulled it off mid-show for y'all. Mid-show. That's fire right there. Oh shoot! Hold up! I got a special guest joining. The podcast. Hey, bro, can you hear me?
What up?
How y'all
what
doing,
up?
Let me
watch my boy Austin Poe himself hopping in.
What's going on with y'all?
Not much, man.
What's up with it?
Not much. Hey, we talking a little March Madness.
Don't take it all, bro. Just tell them UCLA gonna take it all.
Oh man, look, man, I'm a Cali boy, man. I'm from LA. I don't know if John told you, so I got an LA bias. I wanted USC or UCLA to win it, but to be honest with you, like,
tell the truth.
You feel me? Like, bro, like, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. You know what I'm saying?
What's up?
Because John said y'all keep it 100 on here. So
absolutely,
always.
I watched Gonzaga play, and like, I don't think UCLA could beat them, bro.
Nah, they can't. Hey, hold on. We actually got Chick-fil-A on it, right? So, all live, we had to make them know, hey, we got Chick-fil-A right through the process, right? So he was like, he's going LA, UCLA, and he's going Houston for the final.
Okay, I mean, I feel like everybody else going opposite. They're going Gonzaga.
I feel like everybody's going opposite too. Like I don't mind the Houston pick versus Baylor though, and the only reason why is because I don't know what it is about Baylor, but every time Baylor gets into the tournament, they never play team ball.
Yeah, no, I mean that pick, that one is like 50-50. I can see.
Yeah,
I seen Gonzaga, bro, and I was just like, man, like. They tough on both ends of the court, man.
They different, bro.
I feel you on that. But I really feel like UCLA got their number. Reason why is because, look, y'all played hard all fucking season. Y'all going crazy. Now it's going to be that crunch time, that buzzer beater. Y'all going to fuck up.
It's not going to be a buzzer beater. Gonzaga ain't made it to a buzzer beater in I don't know how long, bro.
UCLA not going out like no hope, bro. I'm telling you.
Nah, okay, look.
I do believe that.
I agree. I agree with that.
But I thought the same thing with SC though. I thought the same thing with USC though.
Boy, they beat the brakes off of SC, bro.
Like, I don't know if they're gonna be able to withstand when Gonzaga gets stops and then they go on runs. Like, if UCLA gonna be able to match it. Like, I mean, I like what Michigan was like. I didn't see UCLA or Michigan being Gonzaga. When I watched the game, I was like, I don't see either one.
Yeah. I think the biggest issue for me How good is Jalen Suggs and how good is Time?
Talking about like college good or NBA good?
Okay, you are okay. If they don't know right now, Austin is a professional basketball player. So I'm going to ask the question again: how good is Jalen Suggs and how good is Time? I don't care if we talking college or pro.
I mean, we talk about college. They like gonna go down as like some of the coldest college players that's ever played the game. Like it is what it is.
Woo.
They are. They are. It is. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? They record, they resume, especially if they win it all, they're gonna go down as one of the greatest teams that's ever done it. Right. But
3-0.
when you look at it at the NBA level, I think Jalen Suggs can get it done. I think he can. I think he'll be able. I don't know what they expect of him. But I think he's a pro. He'll be solid. But the other dude, like, there's been some cold white boys that's played. We gotta remember, Hansbrough was cold.
Yo, Hansbrough.
Frank Kaminsky was cold.
Yeah.
Like, and what are they doing in the league right now? Like, you feel me? Like, what is the ceiling for this dude? Because I know people get hyped watching the tournament and they, you know what I'm saying? There's only a real few like pros that was in this tournament that's gonna be like, you know, that we see on the nightly. Yeah.
I think the only thing that's going to help Time is if he leaves after this year.
Yeah.
If Time waits, it's going to ruin his game. Because right now he got to get into his actual pro body. Because you know he got a lot of that K Love chub, right?
Yeah.
He got a lot of that early K Love chub, but he got great footwork.
No, he has great game.
His footwork is sick, and he can handle that thing.
But see, the one I think the most intriguing pro prospect they were saying was the shooter.
24. You talking about a light skinned boy?
24.
Oh yeah. Another Connaughton from what you call it from Milwaukee.
Exactly. You feel me? So like, and his game gonna stick in the league. They gonna stick him somewhere.
Oh yeah. I mean, we already know how the league is. The league is almost just as bad as grassroots. Like in the NBA, you go like if you a Swiss Army knife and you not like the star, you gotta become 3-and-D. Like they don't like. There's very few Andre Iguodala's and very few Trevor Ariza's that ever played this game.
Absolutely.
Like, and I don't know how those two eked out that position, but getting into the league as a Swiss Army knife, like kind of be able to do it all type of deal, you know, it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough out here. I think that's gonna be interesting.
So y'all got the Chick-fil-A on the line for the game.
We got the Chick-fil-A on the line,
and he has to deliver it to me.
See,
he has to stay here. He did go about his way.
See, listen, I hope you're right though, because I'm an LA kid. I'm pulling for him, but it's like, dog, like the dude.
He's
Johnny
not right. He's bringing me that Chick-fil-A on Friday morning.
I hope
get it right. Chick-fil-A Friday morning.
The breakfast, huh?
Yeah. See, I like Chick-fil-A now.
You want the breakfast? I want the lunch. You got to take time.
I can't leave work. I can't just leave work, bro. Come on, man. I can't just leave work. But nah, okay. While we got Austin, go ahead and give me your thoughts on the NCAA and you know, sipping some of this tea with the guys and girls debacle that we kind of touched base on it already, but we definitely want to hear your viewpoint, especially playing Division I, being on that side of the ball. Tell me, did the NCAA drop the ball, or is this just now being shown who they are? Like
as far as like
the difference between how they treat, you know, the men and the women.
Oh man, they dropped the ball. I mean, point blank period. I mean, I agree. I mean, I know the men bring in a lot of the revenue from the NBA to WNBA. I get it. UFC. I'm sure the men bring in more than it is what it is, but there's certain like disrespect and respect that you got. Like they gave them like jail food, like
Nah, we didn't even talk about the food, bro.
Like that, like the weight room. Like, hey man, listen, like I don't know the teachers on, like, you know what I'm saying, like I don't know what the women's weight schedules like. I'm sure they lift heavy because some of them girls be getting it in. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple partners that play in the WNBA, but
yeah,
the food and like the gift bags, like it's just, that was disrespectful. That's and the NBA and the NCAA dropped the ball, like, and they know it. That's why they fixed it so quick. They knew it.
Okay, did they really fix it so quick, or to me, it was the other billion-dollar organizations
That's what did it. Yeah.
deciding to say, "Hey, I'll bring in the weights." Like when Academy Sports said that out loud, and they tweeted, and they was dead serious.
Yeah.
We got trucks right now. Give me the address, and we pulling up everything y'all need to lift, right?
Mhm.
Because I was saying, like, I have a daughter, and she likes hoops, and if I was the pops and I seen that shit, I'd have been hot.
That's
Same here, bro. Same with my little sister. She played basketball, and it's like, bro, like it's fucked up. Point blank. Like you can't cater to the boys and to the men, but then turn around say, "Well, the women don't make this much. You ain't giving them a chance to make that much."
Well, look, my biggest issue is this, right? Is that we're talking about collegiate sports.
Mm-hmm.
If this was the WNBA versus the NBA, you have two separate organizations, truthfully, right?
Yeah,
one of the organizations make a certain amount, another one doesn't. But these women share the same facilities with the men at UCLA. These women saying at Connecticut, at South Carolina, at Maryland. All these women share the same facility. They're not used to that. You didn't even give them what they were used to. That's like me going to get a car rental from my insurance company, but I drive a Jeep Grand Cherokee and they decide to give me a Corolla.
Or a Prius.
Or a Prius, right? That's the conversation here. Like, that's just blatant disrespect.
Nah, I agree to the 100%, man. And like, like I'm a fan of the women's game. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I've been watching the women's tournament a little bit more than the men's because Paige Bucher's
been interesting, bro. Must see TV, UConn. Baby.
Yeah, she's nasty and like I mean it's like you said, we see each other, we go to the same tutoring, we got the same, we be at each other's games, like we travel a lot of times together. Like it's just like it don't make no sense to me. It don't make no sense. And like you said, $1 million Steph Curry tweeting out like this got to be better. LeBron, people speaking out on it. Then they like tightening up like, oh yeah, we gotta get on that.
Mm-hmm.
I got a question for both of y'all real quick.
Yeah,
and I got a question.
Do you think in the near future that conferences can phase out the NCAA? Like, I mean, you got power conferences out here. Like, you got some conferences that don't need the NCAA to make money. SEC, ACC, Big 10, Big 12, Pac-12.
The Power 5. The Power 6.
And then those conferences can consume a lot of the mid-major conferences, right? Let's just be honest. Because to me, regardless of how you want to put it, and especially now with the rule change and the kids are going to be able to make their money off of their own likeness, right? But to me, it's like the NCAA is taking too long. Like, how many people do you give that much chances to, right? Are we going to give them 150 years of chances? You see what I'm saying? 150 years of chances to now get it right? Or could these conferences really? I mean, they can come together and put together a tournament for the whole thing. They don't need the NCAA. NCAA is not needed.
Yeah.
So I mean, I just want to know what y'all think about that.
I'll let you go first.
You want my honest opinion?
Yeah.
NCAA done fucked up so many times that I'm ready for them to be out the equation anyway. Let somebody else take over it and give everybody a fresh start and a fresh play and actually do this thing right, because they've been fucking up for so long that it's no point to letting you try to fix it. It's like you've been choking me for 15 minutes and turn around and be like, you know what? Next time I'm only choke you for 2.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Man, I mean, like, I think it serves justice for, like you said, the top schools got it, right?
Yeah.
But then you got the Oral Roberts, you got your other ones that kind of like bank on the NCAA and their conference tournaments to get to that point, and they bank on like that March Madness and that name to, Cinderella teams and stuff. So I think, I don't know what that does, because you just seen what happened with Oregon State, right?
Yeah.
The coach just got paid like $400K for making it like an additional $400K bonus. Players don't get nothing, right?
It's sick, bro. And the school gets $1 million. The school got $1 million. The school got $1 million.
So that benefits like the small. I'm not saying Oregon State small, because that's still like they're in the Power 5 conference. But,
yeah, Power 5 conference.
But like, like that does wonders for like a coach. Like just say, because I was recruited by HBCU, like Coach Moden over at NC Central. Say he gets to the dance and they have a run, and he gets a promotion, and they're able to bless him because the NCAA does have $1 billion whatever. They can bless him and give him more money because, as you know, HBCUs don't got that much bread. But I do agree that a higher up is going to take over that. You feel me?
I think.
Like, yo, how many players are on your team? Like total,
15
like,
guys, right? Usually 15 guys.
12 to 15, yeah, depending on like how many red shirts, whatever. Like 12 to 15 college. Yeah.
Drop $10K in each person pocket.
A semester.
John was breaking it down smooth to me when we was working out. When I was at the gym, he was like, "Look, like where your state is at. You know what I'm saying? Like you get the minimum wage of whatever the state is. Like that's how much. If it's 40K, like you know whatever it is, so you can have this and have that, and invest this, invest that. You know, you got because bro, there was times we starving. Like we come home from road trips, and we got a Little Caesars pizza to share with the 6'10" dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, like we don't even get a pizza a pop like Subway. It's like, bro, like you know, you want to go out with a shorty or something. You don't got no bread. Like it's like we have to cash.
The school telling you not to worry about no shorty. The school invested. You supposed to be basketball and schoolwork.
So look. Let's say we give the school that leeway. You can't really focus on having no money for no female. All right, so what about the times I need to eat? What about the times for the road trips? What about the times we got shit? We need soap to wash our ass on
the groceries.
Hold on. I'm about to play devil's advocate for both of y'all.
Nah, bro.
Hold on. I'm about to play devil's advocate because I am a proponent for student athletes to get paid. Now, because college sports hasn't been student athletics for 50 years. It's been professional athletics. It's been as big as Vegas, how big college sports is, right? Let's just be real. Now, not every person is not getting some bread, right? And now, when I say this, how many kids have you done seen pull up to school, freshman year, step on campus, 0 tattoos? By the end of freshman year, boy got a sleeve. By the end of freshman year. Now, hey, I'm just saying.
Nah, I mean,
instead of getting some sleeves, could they have been smarter with their bread? Like the one thing I think is this: every single college athlete should have a money management class, hands down, right? Like a complete money management class. Not saying that y'all can't spend your bread on what you want.
You don't even got to be an athlete. Yeah. Every college kid should just have it.
That's a required course, regardless.
Yeah. Keep going.
And so when you put that in perspective, no matter how you make your bread, if you had your YouTube channel when you was in school, you wouldn't have been allowed to get paid off of that YouTube channel. How crazy is that?
Oh, that's crazy.
Like, how crazy is that? Like, to talk about the one kid who was the kicker.
Flag on the play. How does my entrepreneurship involve the school?
The NCAA thinks they own you,
bro. Look, we need to get them folks up out of here, bro. Like,
they own your likeness, bro. Like that shit's crazy. And it's not even like my point to bash because I would have loved to have played high major Division I and been on this stage and shot my shot, to get to the league and do everything like that. I would have loved that, right? Don't get me wrong. Every kid aspires to that. I wanted to play for Georgetown growing up. Now, look, at the end of the day, we have allowed the glamour and the lights to blind what the truth is. Now, we're getting there. Like, you've had schools sue the NCAA. Like Northwestern and a couple other people like that, where you had the lawsuit from the guys from UCLA, or he was UCLA or USC, one of the guys, where the school was making mad money off his likeness, and they brought a lawsuit up. They were selling his jersey years after he had left.
Yeah,
like making money off of him.
O'Bannon.
Yeah. So I mean, it's been one of those processes where, even if you had kept the NCAA, I think that the payment could have been, whatever the average amount is for any single person in the United States. Everybody who plays college ball gets paid that. Like, you leave it just where that is. Like, I don't think that you got to make big money, but like I saw the kid last night on the floor had the the GoPro, and he's like really vlogging and filming his life. Could you imagine us on YouTube and people get to watch the first hand account of like Suggs and all these boys?
Yeah.
Like that's big money.
That is, and you know, and like
That's
you said, NCAA is big money, and like, I mean, shoot, they like you take the example Zion. I think Zion was probably the last college kid we saw like that was like I'm not even just for talent, but just marketability from everything. Imagine if he could have got paid off his own likeness. The dude had Obama.
He would have had $20 million heading into the NBA,
bro. like, come on now. Like, come on.
He would have had $20 million heading into the NBA.
If LaMelo Ball entered a college campus.
First of all, his daddy would have controlled all that money, but still,
Facts.
That would have been big baller brand everywhere, baby.
Man,
but nah, I mean, I just think that it's sick to see, or was sick, and you know, I can't speak on it until we see what next year is all about. I hope that somebody really, I hope 100 kids start a YouTube series next year. Or start a Patreon next year and get some subscriptions to have them come and watch how they go through their day-to-day lives, because people are invested. These kids all have 200, 300,000 Instagram followers, you know, 500,000, 200,000 Twitter followers. Same thing on all social media platforms. If they even get a tenth of that with $5, they all making $50,000, $60,000 a month. Like, I want to put that into perspective.
But see, bro, look, I had a game plan for my boys already. I was like, look, we're going to go ahead and make your name an LLC. Point blank, period. Your name is going to be the name of an LLC. So whatever you do, if you go to college and your name is on a jersey, they sell it, you still get a profit off of that, regardless.
The only thing with that is they gonna go to school. That school right there and there. Ain't nobody wearing names of jersey no more.
Yeah.
I mean, but look, you own your name.
You gonna be nameless.
Profit off of you, or if they do make a profit, they still have to break you a percentage off of it.
Hey, look, I mean, it's definitely part of the game and how you play it now. I think. I mean, and don't get me wrong, the guys that were going to make it. Let's keep that a buck, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think what you were alluding to earlier is a Cinderella story. Oh, buddy, like the light-skinned kid who shoots real well from the foul line, the big kid, Oral Roberts, he's getting drafted. He going second round.
I got to talk about my young boy on here, man. It's because you big UCLA guy, right? Johnny Jazang, right?
He balled out last night.
Works out at the place that I worked out at in LA called Athletic Gains. He's a part of the family. Shout out when they watch this, they'll see it. But I knew he was this already. Like, I knew he was this. Dude, okay, I know Calipari has a long list of great
Don't get me started on Calipari. I'm not a fan.
Listen. I know he's had a long list of one and dones and all that stuff. But when he fucks up, you got to call it what it is. His team is out the dance, and they had a horrible season. They let go of Johnny, and they didn't give him his flowers when he was there. And Johnny is now back home at UCLA having fun, and he's in the Final Four. He has to own up to that and be like, look, I fucked up. Like, maybe we didn't evaluate it, because he's better than all the niggas that they got on the Kentucky. Like, I mean, Brandon Boston.
Look at Devin Booker. Same thing happened with Devin Booker.
And now Johnny's balling. He's going into the draft for sure because of what he's doing. He's going to the draft for sure.
Yeah, 28 the other night, and I think he had 21 the night before.
That game against Michigan stamped it though. Like that game last night, he was efficient. He was making pro shots. He was like, oh, they needed it.
Like first half, I think he went like a stretch of 4 straight. Like he hit old buddy with the elbow chicken wing to the left hand floater. Came off the screen, coming from left to right. 1-2, bomb. I was like, oh. Next play came back. He let the play develop. The dude stepped in front, stepped behind him, hit the 3. Came back off a flare. Next play into the corner, hit a 3. I was like, oh yeah, this kid can hoop.
He's gonna be a pro. Like, he's a pro, and he proved it at the highest level, man. And I'm pulling for him because that's family. But like I said, I'm just stay out of it for y'all Chick-fil-A bet. But I hope.
Hey, hold on. We got one right here. We got one live. You see what that's right there? Your boy on 10.
Yeah.
Yes, man. He be balling. He is balling. Yo, that right there is gonna be live, bro. That's gonna be live. Yo, with that being said, let's talk about. This is the one thing else I want to talk about is how college basketball is also being spread out now. I want to get a little bit back to Oral Roberts real quick, right? And how you see a team like them ball out, you see a team like a ACU get a win. You see the teams like of course we had our two HBCUs get a play-in win this year over PWI, which is great, both of them. So I was really hyped for that. But talent is spreading out. I don't know if anybody else is seeing that. No, what y'all think, man?
I mean, I see it a lot, and like everybody's not. I mean, you got your Kentuckys, you got your Dukes, you got your top tiers, Kansases, but you starting to see like, shoot, the kid from Oral Roberts, like you starting to see dudes that could just go and like, and like don't matter what rank he was, whatever, all that stuff. Like you can't like they starting the talent pool is getting bigger. The game is evolving. The game plans are getting bigger. Coaching is good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm loving it. I wanted to see Oral Roberts or something like that.
Dude, you know what I'm saying? I was pulling for them so bad, but hey, your boy's got to work at OT. Yeah. Your boys got to work at OT. That was some good basketball, man. Some really, really good basketball. Hey, man. I mean, I think that is just super interesting to see how that goes, and especially now for late bloomers. If you got any young kids in high school listening, dude, it don't matter where you go to school. I want to put that out there. Like Duke isn't there this year. Carolina isn't there this year. Kentucky isn't there this year. Kansas wasn't what we thought they were. You know what I mean? Like Florida State is out. Like there's a lot of big schools out.
Florida didn't make it, did they?
Florida made it early, right? Then they lose. They lost early. Florida lost early. Like you got a lot of big Power 5 conference teams that you saw this year are regular. And
especially now because of the way that the format is with COVID. So like the fact that it's like no fans, no student sections. It's like we get to just roll the balls out and hoop. Kentucky was getting popped by everybody. Like people was just getting exposed. Like it's like it's like pickup. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like how can you really match up in that kind of setting?
Hey, hold up. I got to talk to my boy T right quick. T, I'll be real with you. The Razorbacks played their ass off this year, bro. They played their ass off this year. This shit ain't gonna happen again, though. I can promise you that, T. It's one and done for them. One and done for the Razorbacks.
But see, I do have a question for both of y'all, though. Do y'all don't think Corona hindered some of these players, like where they couldn't really go out there and do what they need to do? Like it was just too much pressure on them. When it came,
I got to answer for that, but I'm gonna let Austin go first. I got to answer for that.
Like, what you mean by like the pressure of like what like not like we talking about like for Kentucky or just like overall like what type of players?
Like the overall, like even with the average players, when it came down to dealing with coronavirus and dealing with the whole traveling, like you don't think that took a toll on them to where,
of course,
it made them not go as hard on the court?
Nah, I don't think that.
I think it's a little yes and no because I mean they're not like the league and they're not getting paid like the league, so they having to get these COVID tests and quarantine, go in their hotel rooms and things like that. The league is like you can do that, they pay $50 million, so it's like whatever, right? But when you look at the college dudes, like I mean it just gives them an opportunity to really hoop though. So like without the gimmicks, without the the media, without the student section, the band, the whole the whole everything you see, like got people pulling up to the game, got girls checking you, like you're not even hooping for the what do you say? Not Denver coming back. We had a couple of cats losing Moody gonna be huge, but we'll be back.
They not coming back.
Nah, it's dead. But yeah,
it's dead, bro.
He's over with.
Man. With all that being said, I just think it's on both sides. I think it benefited the players like at Oral Roberts and benefited the players in the mid majors and the smaller schools. But then it didn't benefit the big time players because they couldn't hide behind their student sections and their 6 man at their crowd. If you're in Kentucky, you're in Rep Arena and a team
different.
And then you miss a couple shots and they get going. Your coach is mad. The bench, you hear the screams. You start playing different. So I think it affects a college kid more than the NBA. So
I also think that it mostly affected the program, right? I think one of the biggest advantages that a lot of these big schools have is that they get in the gym earlier than most people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of people didn't mention that this year, right? Because Coach K takes a summer trip every year. Like, I mean, these guys literally have 2-3 more extra practice months than any regular Division One. Like, that shit's sick, bro. Like, he gets to work out all the kinks by putting it behind a team bonding trip, right? All Roberts ain't going out to Spain to play somebody. You feel me?
They don't got no bread.
They not hopping on the private charter out to China, bro, to go play 5, 6, 7 preseason games. And so when you see it came into fruition and these kids are going through the growing pains, going against veteran teams, and this is kind of one of the things that you see when you have a lot of these young guys coming together and you facing a junior or senior led team now, right? Mm-hmm. These guys are battle tested. You might have more upside and more talent, but these guys, they play together. They're more battle tested. They're where they want to be. And Coach K was about to lose his mind at the beginning of the season this year. I just don't know. I just don't think we should be playing anymore for the safety of the players. Like, I was like, come on, bro. Like, you sick, bro. You sick. Because, good and well, if y'all was 4-0, you'd have been like, well, the rest of the teams ain't playing.
Yeah. Man.
Hey, look, I don't got no love for Coach K, bro.
Yeah, I'm cool. You can keep it.
Yeah, but then same with Calipari. I don't blame with Calipari either, man.
Yeah. But one of the things you said is something I do know is that, like, people say they don't get, like, the quote is NCAA players not getting paid, but listen here, man. Listen, I played on one of the best AU teams at the time when I was coming out of high school, right? And we had double pump. We had Nigel Williams Goss. We had a stacked deck, right? I know for a fact that Oregon was offering my big man. He was at the time. You probably seen him on Instagram, social media at the time. His name is Mamadou Indai. He's 7'6", African kid. He was on my AU team. I saw Sean Miller and Dana Altman. I put this on my life. It was at Buffalo Wild Wings. After the game, we won the game. We won the tournament. You're not supposed to have contact with coaches like that. They came to Buffalo Wild Wings, sat with Mamadou, and talked with Jason Hart, which is the head assistant of USC right now, which is our AU coach, and was like, yeah, like, you feel me, Mamadou son, we're gonna slip it into his pail, blah blah blah. Like,
the refund checks is crazy, dog.
Like, slide him like 50 bands a semester, like, you feel me, like, to get him to go there.
Like, crazy, dog. Like,
and I didn't heard stories about John Wall when he went to Kentucky, what they gave him to go there. Like, bro. I know what it is,
bro. Hey, Austin out here get messy, bro, spilling the bad tea.
Hey, man, I know what it is. They know, and I'm not the only one that know that. Everybody know what it is.
Hey, nah, I mean, look, I know it too. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, at the end of the day, but then you got to look at that. That's still just a select few guys, right? Mm-hmm. It's a select few guys. But guess what? Everybody got to go to practice every day.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Everybody still got to keep your grade point average up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody still got to show up to class. I mean, Kentucky and Memphis ruined that, baby. Yeah. North Carolina ruined that. Like, I mean, they used to have people taking SATs for these boys. Oh, but I mean, that's a whole nother ball game now. But yeah, man, I mean, it's definitely interesting. Hey, real quick, Austin, you got to give me your pick to win the men's and women's Final Four.
Oh yeah, who you going with, bro?
Yeah, I need that.
For the women's, I'm going UConn.
Ooh,
I'm big.
I bet on that.
That they went the distance with South Carolina in the regular season and they won in OT. So that's gonna be a good one. But I'm biased.
I'm asking if you got Chick-fil-A on it because I'm taking South Carolina. You got Chick-fil-A on it?
I got Chick-fil-A on it. Bet.
Yeah, I'm about to eat good off of both of y'all.
Taking the whole thing though. I got Kentucky taking the whole thing. So
okay. So I got UConn, and then on the men's side, I don't want to say Gonzaga because, like, I really don't like Gonzaga like that. Honestly, I
don't either.
Personal reasons why I don't like them. And then I'm gonna say Baylor. I'm gonna just say Baylor.
Oh, I like it.
I'm gonna say
I
Baylor.
like it.
I got Baylor winning, and I like that guard play. I got Baylor and
Hey, first of all, I love Butler. Yo, do you know the name of the light-skinned kid?
which one?
The light-skinned kid on Baylor.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I don't know his name, but he's
I
nice.
can't think of his name to save my life, but he's definitely played himself into a pick too.
Yeah, like
He's had a great tournament. He's had a great tournament. Great tournament. Yeah, man. That's real though. That's real.
Yeah, that's what I got with it, man. That's what I got with it.
Hey, yo, y'all, this has been awesome. Also, we're going to definitely have you back out on the next basketball episode for sure, Brody.
Oh, most definitely. Oh, I do got a question though. Hold on.
Okay,
hold on.
T. I think this is the name. This is the name right here.
What's good? What's good? Say it.
I think it's the name right there. My boy put it in.
Oh, most definitely. So, look, right before you got on, I was saying, like, look, it's this woman. I think her name is Cameron Carmen. She played for the women's basketball. She will bam on Dwight Howard. I'm telling you, I put money on her. If it was 1-on-1, she is taking him to the rack.
I don't believe that, boy.
You sick, bro? You sick, bro?
Taking him to the rack, bro.
Yo, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this right now and on here and on wax.
One time, bro.
This is on wax.
What's good?
Women have not caught men in the game of basketball as of yet.
Nah.
All wax, not even close, bro. Like you are talking about apples versus French fries. Like that's how far apart that is. It's not going to happen.
I ain't gonna let you do the ladies like that, bro. I'm telling you, if we
dog, it's not even. It's about science. It's about science. It's about science.
You figure?
Corey, how tall are you? How big are you?
I'm 6'4" and I'm 261.
Austin, how tall are you? How big are you?
Like 6'6", 200.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Corey, you are the size of most WNBA centers. I'm going to put that out there, right? Between 6'4" and 6'6". That's the size of most WNBA centers. Austin's a point guard, and he plays professionally at 6'6". Ain't nowhere close, bro.
So you telling me that if I want to say hold on.
Because Dwight
Howard's
a freak athlete.
6'4" woman who's in shape, run. I say give her about a flat 200. She couldn't go back to back with Austin.
Nah, he's a professional athlete.
So you telling me if there's another woman who's a professional athlete, she's 6'4", 200, solid.
Hey, hold on, my homeboy got something for you.
First UCLA. Hey, look, I'm going for the upset, bro. I'm going for all.
Look. All I'm telling you is this, bro. I'm putting it 100% for real. Austin is a pro athlete. She's a pro athlete. I'll tell you this much. Any WNBA player will go into any of your rec league gyms and rec shop. Let's keep that 100%. Mm-hmm. They will go into any rec league gym in America and rec shop. Hands down. But when you want them to go against other professional athletes that are male, there is not a competition.
Bro,
you might have a select.
Bro, there's some females out there who would give males a run for their money, bro.
Let me tell you. I'm gonna be real. So one of the homegirls, she's in my agency, right? And she, her name is Marina Marbury. She played for Notre Dame when they won the national championship. Lights out shooter, about 6'2", shoot the cover off the ball, got handle, white chick, right? So we was in the gym over COVID, and we was just getting the ones in, and it wasn't even like, it's not even funny. Like it's not like, it's because it's just the athleticism, the movements. Like I'm just by her. Like if we doing multiple shots, if it's not just one shot 1-on-1 where it's like if I miss it, it's her ball. Like I'm getting the rebound every time. Like it's like
it's not the same, bro.
I'm at the rim with it. Like if I'm going to the basket, like I'm at the rim. When she goes to the basket and her heart, she's not at the rim. Like I'm throwing. Like so when you talk about Dwight Howard, like bro,
that's different, bro.
I know.
I got another homegirl that's out here in Atlanta, Courtney Williams. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta Dream. She can go too. She made a homie a run for his money, and the homie about 5'9", 5'10" PG. He play over in Croatia, and she was giving him the blues sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. You feel me? Like,
but I agree with that, but see, so my thing is saying I think it depends, right?
Yeah.
If the smaller you are, the greater chance that you have to lose to a girl. I'm just gonna be real with you. But when you talk about the natural athlete, like that's like saying I'm telling Russell Westbrook to go play another guard for the WNBA, bro. Like Russell Westbrook is a cannonball, bro. Like what are you saying? Like he going shot put everywhere, just boom. Like it's not even close. Like there's no way to put it there. And I love women's sports. Like don't get me wrong, I love
The
it, but
reason why I'm truly
you just can't make that statement, Corey.
I know that. I'm just saying. The only reason why I'm truly saying is because it's probably some women out here who really can give us a run for our money, as in.
And I agree. Just not most NBA guys.
But score on you, yeah. Like they can get a bucket. Like it's not like
most
that.
Definitely, most definitely.
But like you're not about to
like physicality, aggression. I know it's not there.
I mean, I've been blessed, man. God blessed me with a nice body, and you know what I'm saying. And I got almost a 7-foot wingspan. So like I'm not letting. I mean,
hey man, you know we done talked about that, boy. You got talent, and skills. Hey, that first piece matters, baby. That first God-given ability and talent matters. Yo. Yeah. I'm 5'10" with like a 5'11" wingspan, bro. I ain't going nowhere, bro.
But how disappointed would you be as a 6'6", a 6'4", and a girl bams on you? She get up, Westbrook.
Who?
Westbrook.
You gotta name one chick that dunks like that. You gotta have it first, bro.
It ain't, bro. I'm just
because you gotta have that first.
Where I worked out at, right? Two Athletic Games family. Candace Parker's a part of it, so I worked out and I seen Candace in there, and like she got game. She about my height. She big.
Yo, Candace is nice though.
She's dumb nice. She's dumb nice. But like I had like seen her on the court and I seen the movements and I was like, she can't like if I'm like hey like by you, like she can't like keep up with me. But she's strong though. She's strong.
Yeah.
She's got like she's different. You know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna have to get the full court one-on-one.
And she old now too. Yeah.
But she
got a lot of basketball miles.
But
and had a baby.
Yeah, exactly. She's not. I'm never like.
She's not that Candace Parker of the beginning, bro.
She's not punching on me like hell no. Like, like I ain't been punched on by most dudes. Like if a girl getting a butter ring punch on me, I'll be like, yo, like you got it. You got it.
He gonna have a retirement speech that day. And you know, guys, it's been real, but like, basketball is no longer my dream.
Bro, if I see her coming at me and I'm jumping and I see her and she jump and just out jumps me, I'll be like, hey, bro, like you got it.
She hit you with the old school Michael Jordan stiff.
Yo, look. All I'm saying is, and I'll put it this way. I think we have about 5 years left before women's basketball is about half as exciting as men's basketball is. And what I mean by the flair, a lot of women have the handle now. Mm-hmm. They're shooting the lights out the basketball. The movement is becoming a lot more fluid. And so you'll start to see that rise, especially as more girls get into the game as that exposure comes. Because I'd be real, like I'm really interested to see a lot of those volleyball girls decide to play basketball because they got bounce.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not saying that it may not happen, right? I just think the bouncy girls is playing a different sport.
This guy, the bouncy girls.
That's true though.
Yo, bro, I don't care what nobody said. Have you seen them spike, bro? They be getting up.
And they got bounce. I mean, there was a couple. The basketball coaches was always trying to recruit the volleyball chicks though.
Yeah,
because they be tall and they can jump.
They be tall and they be athletic though. Mm-hmm. So like as you start to see that sport, I mean the women's game become a lot more, out there. I mean, and to me, I think that we're getting there, especially with a lot of the guys like Austin and the other pro guys that are very outspoken about women's sports, always rocking the WNBA hoodie, like bringing awareness to the game. And it's gonna see it happen because look, you got some girls that can hoop. So don't get me wrong. Like I said, any WNBA hooper pulls up at your everyday LA Fitness, she's getting 12 out of the 15 easy.
Absolutely.
Most definitely.
Absolutely.
And now versus regular dudes, they are gonna dog regular dudes. So I agree with you on that level, Corey. A regular dude step on the court with a WNBA chick, she dogging them.
Yeah,
But when
for
you
sure.
have her step against another pro that's a man, not even a question.
Hey, look, man. I just want to make it interesting. I need to see a pro female the same size as a pro male, 1-on-1, booming it. I
Are
need
we
to
put if we see that happen and we can put that together, Corey, I'm trying to do a year Chick-fil-A bet.
Oh, most definitely.
If we can get this happening, I take the guy, he's gonna take the girl. I am going for a year of Chick-fil-A. Whenever I'm a text Corey, Chick-fil-A, you better show up my order.
Hey, look, man, I'm looking for the meanest female to step on court and to put this nigga.
She retired, bro. Well, actually, no, she didn't retire. She's in hiatus. She not back yet. The only one not back yet, bro. She not back yet. She not back yet.
We got somebody out here in Atlanta who gonna get somebody to run for their money on that court.
Who?
We just gotta find them.
Man, all right. I thought you had somebody. You know, I'm in the scene out here. So talk to me.
Hey, look, we're gonna find somebody. We're gonna find a female to put.
I'm on scene out here. Talk to me.
We're gonna get this one going.
Yo, this has been awesome, y'all. We have actually knocked this out, man. It's 10:50. We're gonna go ahead and close it out. Again, this has been another episode of We Still Ain't Got Our Shit Together.
You know the Man Cave mindset. What's happening?
We want to thank Austin for showing up.
What up?
I knew he was gonna be late. He texted me. He was like, "Man, I'm on the way home. I'm gonna get there when I get there." I said, "Yo, just hop in when you get in." But thanks for stopping through, man, and blessing us especially with your picks, letting us talk a little bit about college basketball, even taking it to the pros a little bit. Our first real sports episode that wasn't super heavy. So I'm kind of glad we had some fun with this shit tonight.
I do want to say this though, honestly, with the lady sports, I fuck with y'all. But I know real deal, y'all will get bammed on, so don't so let's not really go that route, man.
Yo, you was a champion, man, all night. You can't switch up now, bro. You was champion them all night. You can't switch up now.
No, I'm just saying. I'm that guy who's gonna give you a little bit of juice, but don't.
Right, you about to juice them out the gym. On that. That's the bomb.
Don't really go to your nearest goddamn place against another pro athlete and think y'all can get it. Don't do it. Nah,
I mean, look, tell them to, dude. That's how they gonna get better, bro. They gotta keep getting in that position. Everybody know the best girl from your hood played with the dudes. Let's just keep it real.
Most definitely.
So with that being said, bombshell, bam.